good, honey. I'll have to talk to you later. I have to get stuff ready. Yeah. Okay. Depending on when Mr. Mayor gets here. Oh, sorry, Steve.
No, I was actually going to West Sports. I forgot to look up Poynette.
Well, yeah, and Poynette, it's weird. With sports, they didn't do a lot of, what do you want to call it? They didn't update them.
Yeah, they're always delayed.
Well, I mean, even this last time, they didn't even get it from Horicon.
Right.
Because Abby Palm's stats was 108 kills before we went to Horicon.
Right.
No. I did the college level. I'm good.
So we heard the Bugs Bunny story.
ALCS training books and the WIAA require good sportsmanship and education basic sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is privileged with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all attendants, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now, to honor America and those within our freedom, if you are able, please stand, remove your hat, place your hand over your heart, and enjoy the play of our national anthem.
Okay, good evening. The live stream here for Abundant Life St. Ambrose Lady Challenger Volleyball. Here we go. This is the regional match. This is for the regional championship between the Abundant Life St. Ambrose Challengers and the Poynette Pumas. Thank you for joining us live here at Haugen Hall at ALCS. I am Jim Smith, and with me in the booth is Statly Steve Sturm and Mayor Mason, the stats man. And we have a great matchup for you tonight. Here we're getting the lineups, and we will start in now. Here we are, those at home and Challenger Nation. It's time to get your game on because this is the finals for the state regional matchups between two amazing teams. We saw an earlier matchup between MCDS and Abundant Life, where Abundant Life took it in 3 sets. The Poynette versus Wisconsin Heights, a tough matchup. Poynette took it in 4 sets, but the Wisconsin Heights team, the Vanguard, they were no slouch, to be sure. Steve, how are we doing this evening?
This is great, Jim. It's a pretty packed house.
Yeah.
A lot of energy in the pregame. Regional final here for the first time in 15 years, so it's going to be an exciting matchup here today.
Indeed.
These two great teams.
Indeed. And without further ado, here we go. Poynette Pumas with a nice serve over there by their libero, received, and Abby Quam answering with a way back hit. Pumas sending it over. Kramer to Abby Quam, a block. And the block was out of bounds on the Pumas point challengers. Claire Kramer back to service. Air Claire, as they like to call her, the senior captain of the team. Nice serve by Kramer, received by Pumas. Ready and a smack over. Received by Quam over the Claire Kramer and the other Quam sending it their way. Puma territory hitting it, but Emily Quam receiving it back over to Rose. Received by Pumas. Oh, a small pushover by the Pumas. Emily Quam sending it over and pushed over by Rose. Here we go into the back row. Claire Kramer giving it over to Smith. Smith giving it to Quam. Pumas are ready. And they send a hit, but no dice. Ab block Gale Quam, also known as Little Q, with the block. 2-0. Steve, what are we seeing here?
Good back and forth. Seen a lot of good defense from Poynette early on.
Kramer sending over the serve. Nice smack over by Pumas. There's a setup there by Quam and a little confusion there in the back row what to do with it. Point Pumas. 1-2 for the Pumas. We have, I believe, number 15 to serve, Jessica Brooks, a senior. Nice one to the back row, received by challengers. Rose sending it over. Here we go, set up and a push over by the Pumas. Oh, we're going to call that 4 hits there, called on challengers. Tied up 2-2. Brooks back in the service position. Pumas want to pounce on this one right away. Oh, and that was a good save there. Good scrap from that. Oh, and yeah. Whoa. Did you see that, Steve? Did you see that?
Wow.
That was pretty amazing, scrappy play there.
Incredible
Out
play.
of nothing came this, a miracle something.
Bodies hitting the floor, girls diving, incredible.
Yep. I think they need to tighten up that receive just in the back there on challengers. Hey! And the Pumas retrieving game ball, very good. Abby Rose to the service line. We'll change out of the balls, make sure it was sanitized from that locker room.
We have no idea where that ball went.
I guess not.
It went on its own little journey back there.
Paddle to the sea. There it goes. Good call by the officials. Close the
locker
door.
rooms around the corner, back through the cafeteria, and out through the locker room.
Here comes Abby Rose with a thorn serve. Here she goes. A nice serve received by the Pumas, sent back over. Set up by Claire Kramer from Rose, and a push over by the Killa. LQ 4-2 challengers. Rosie getting ready for another serve here. Maybe setting a thorn here, maybe an ace. We'll see. Great, solid serve by Rose, received by the libero by Pumas. And a send over, received by Quam to Claire Kramer. And a hit over by Emily Quam. Oh, a nice dig by Maria File and a push over by Claire Kramer. Pumas scrambling to find something to do with that. Maria getting over, digging well, and a small touch by Quam, but blocked by the Pumas. They have quite the defense line here, Steve.
Yeah, early on you're seeing just great defense from both teams. Good net play, good returns on the hits. Really, really exciting start.
Yep. Serve over there by Pumas. Received and sent over by Quam. Libero setting it up, and a small push over there by the Pumas. Over to Claire Kramer, and a hit, and a kill by Emily Quam. Very nicely done there by the Quammer. The equalizer, as they call her on this team. 5-3 Challengers. Those at home, if you're just joining us, this is the match to watch. Regional game, and the energy is high on both teams. Defense is high on both teams. Pumas got there, and Rose couldn't quite get it back up into the air from that push, that set. Point Pumas 4-5. Steve, what do you think's going through their heads right now?
A lot of nerves, I'm sure, on both sides,
Yeah,
but you're
I
not
think so.
seeing it.
Yep.
You know, the girls are playing pretty sharp, both sides of the net here.
Ooh, nice push over by the Pumas. Set up by Smith. And a push into the net by number 17 Challengers. Tied up 5-5, Steve.
You know, Poynette has a large team, too, a big, deep bench.
Yep.
A lot of upperclassmen in the starting lineup, too. We have a lot of underclassmen.
Ooh, a tape serve there by the Pumas. Caitlin Prisky. But done well with, and a hit over. 6-5 Challengers. Sturm subbing in for the cheeky one. Number 5, Bethany Smith. Sturm to serve. Time to stir them up. Nice hit over by Sturm. Received well by Pumas. And a small push over. Claire receiving over to Sturm. And Mary sending it into the back row. Pumas ready. Sending over. Push. Maria receiving. Setting up to Sturm. A little bit too much there on the outside hit. Point Pumas 6-6. I don't know, Steve. This first one's back and forth here.
Back and forth. Good idea by Emily Quam there, going back row, just a little bit too long.
16 for the Pumas. Let me try that again. Emma Romack for the serve, a junior. Ooh, good power. Just not enough elevation there for her. 7-6 Challengers. The equalizer to the line. EQ number 13. Nice serve by Emily Quam. Getting ready to a smackdown, but not enough elevation there for the Pumas. 8-6 Challengers. Emily Quam looking pretty focused out there. Great serve by Emily Quam.
EQ is locked in.
That's right. Now, here's a Fileism. One of our libero, Maria File, said, if you wanted a soft serve, you should have went to DQ instead of EQ, as in Emily Quam. Nice serve over by her. And out, good eye by the Quammer. That's another ace in her cap. Timeout called by the Pumas. 10-6, Steve.
Awesome.
What are we thinking so far here?
Just a great match, though. I mean, we talked about the energy level here. We have probably our largest fan base by far of the entire year. Both teams well represented.
Yes.
It's loud. The girls are pumped up. It's everything you want to see in playoff volleyball, isn't it? Back and forth action. A little bit of run here by the Challengers, though, to pull ahead by 4. So see if we can hold on to this coming out of the timeout.
That would be wonderful. Speaking of holding on, you don't need to hold on any longer to see all of your favorite games of this year. Not just Game of the Week, you can look at all of them coming up check out any of those games and those matchups that you maybe missed or want to see again, follow the Challenger Athletics Facebook page and never miss that moment. Facebook.com/ALCS Challenger Athletics. Okay, back into it. Set 1, 10-6. Emily Quam is at the service line, the equalizer. Let's see if she's got some heat still on that serve. Yes, she does. Received well by the Pumas, putting it back in. Sturm setting up. And a nice hit over by the Rose. Getting a thorn from the Rose. Abby Rose setting it over. 11-6 for that kill.
Beautiful play by Abby Rose. She is certainly keeping up what she started in that first game, though. Excellent outside hitting.
Exactly. Emily Quam to serve. Nice serve over, a good heater. All right. Pumas are ready, pushing it into the back row. Maria getting it, setting it up. Sturm and Maria sending it back row. Here we go. Pumas ready at the net. And they got that one. They got it past Marielle. 7-11 Pumas. Number 3, Peyton Kingsland to the service line, senior. Nice send over by Kingsland. Received by Quam. Over to File. Mary going for that push. And a nice slap over by number 1. Rachel Yelk of the Pumas, and that will get them their point. Kingsland back for a second service here, 8-11 Pumas. Following the trail of these Challenger ladies. Nice slap over by the Pumas. Set up at the net, and a push over by Rose. Ooh, a sneaky push there. Oh, but the Challengers answer with Maria pushing it back over. Number 1, Yelk with another kill. 9-11 Pumas. Pumas are growling, and Coach Hutchinson is cheering that on, saying, let's get some more.
Nice little run coming out of that timeout. They'll settle down.
Kingston, good serve. Received well by File. Set up, and a slap over. Another kill from the thorny one, Abby Rose. 12-9 Challengers. File back to serve. The file driver, as some people call her. Nice serve over by File. Received by Pumas. Getting it way up high there. Libero sending it over. Sturm getting it to Prairie Kramer. And a kill by Little Killa. Abby Quam, 13-9.
Abby Quam, just such great timing on her hits. Hits it at the very peak, straight down. Not much you can do about that one, Jim.
No.
That was excellent.
Excellent. Maria File with a serve over. Nice lob there. Pumas are receiving, and a slight push over. Pushing it up big was Abby Quam. Ready to do a slight tip over, and that tip makes it in. 14-9 Challengers. That is 5 kills for Little Killa.
Just a highlight reel. She wanted to show her power on the last one and her finesse on this one.
Yes, right. A little balletic move.
Her balance.
Yes. Maria sending a nice serve over here. Pumas wanting it, and they got that one. A nice kill there in their outside hit. 10-14. Their libero coming in to serve. Olivia Redwan. Nice serve over, received well by Kramer. Over to File. Pushing it back over. And here we go, nice push there by the Pumas. Back over by Quam. Set up and a hit, but out. Good eye by the Challengers. 15-10 currently. Sturm subbing out for Go For It Gary.
Go for it, Gary.
Scary Gary by other names.
She now is officially has 2 nicknames.
She does. Claire Kramer with a nice hit. Received by the Pumas. Oh, a nice dig, a nice setup by Maria File. Oh, at that net. Abby Klom tried for that one, didn't quite make it. 11-15 Pumas. Some subbing out there at the Pumas end. 2 coming out, 2 coming in. Number 15 to serve, Jessica Brooks, a senior. Nice strong serve over in the middle, but dug low and pushed back over by challengers. Number 1 really wants that again, and she gets it. Rachel Yelk, killer of the game, I think, so far for the Pumas. She's on the prowl.
She's been very impressive. Just a really strong hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Great timing, great power.
Indeed.
She's going to be tough.
Yep. 12-15, Pumas to serve. Nice job there by Gary receiving, setting up to Kramer. And a nice hit over there. LQ for that hit.
Nice answer.
Bounced right off of one of the backcourt passers there. Abby Rose to the service line, number 9.
Ramblin' Rose.
The Ramblin' Rose. See if she can get a thorn here. Nice serve, but a little too much on the outside edges. 13-16. Pumas to the service line. Yelk back to the line. Yelk with a net serve. 17-13 challengers. File subbing out for Mary L., also called as Merle, or in some cases,
the swiper.
Swiper's going to swipe. LQ for the nice serve there, received by Pumas. A nice send over by the Pumas, received by Quam. A pushed over by Claire Kramer. And a nice hit over, but received by Gary. A good dig. Sent over by Quam. Pumas getting ready. Number 3 pushing it over. Quam getting it ready. Quam on Quam. And over there by Rose. Pumas ready. They want it. Nice hit over, but way too much power on that one. 18-13 challengers. Little Q back to the service line for second serve. Nice slap over by LQ and a push, but received well by sister Emily Quam. A nice hit over. Ooh, a small tap, and that was all that was needed. Number 33, Leah Hutchinson. A nice sneaker tap over, a tip, if you will.
Great play by Poynette.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
And here she is with a slap deep into the back row. Maria sending it over to Claire Kramer to Emily Quam. Dug out by Yelk. Pushed over, and they have that one. That is point Pumas, 15-18. This is a fight, Steve.
I think both teams look very evenly matched, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an excellent night of volleyball.
Agreed. Nice tip, nice serve over, received well by Maria. And Mary,
It's in the hole.
It's a Cinderella story right over there. Swiper did swipe on that one. Anna Gary subbing out for 3. It was a nice movement there by Sturm, and Gary looked like some synchronized swimming on the court.
I'm not sure what that was, Jim, but
they were showing the ref their number. So Sturm, great serve over here, received by Pumas. Set up, and a small pushover by 33. Oh, and a pushover by Sturm. Getting ready in the back row, Sturm to Claire Kramer, and a hit over by Mary. Getting ready, a push over. Here you go, Mary to Sturm. To Emily Quam, a bounce off of the Pumas, 20-15. Timeout is being called by Coach Hutchinson. Here we go, Steve. As we said, this is the matchup of, I don't know, it seems like the matchup of the semester here. Quite the even matchup.
It is. It certainly is. And, you know, we've talked about for our team, not knowing a lot about Poynette, we have not faced each other. Both teams have not faced each other coming into this game, so you can really only go off of what you've seen on film.
Yes.
We know it was a close match earlier in the day. We saw some really excellent defense from Poynette in that earlier game. But you're seeing both teams fairly evenly matched. Challengers making a little bit of a run here. Good decision by Poynette to call a timeout, try to stop that momentum. But both teams look very competitive tonight.
Agreed. Speaking of competitive, if you want to compete with some of your Challenger fans, if you're part of Challenger Nation, and you want to sport some of that Challenger swag in the hallways after the season is over, check out the official Challenger store for all your athletic wear needs. For more information, visit alcs.us/athletics. We are back at it. Caitlin Sturm with that send over, received by Pumas, and yet they want that one, and they got it. Number 3, Peyton Kingsley with the slap down. It was blocked, but it was right there in the middle. Couldn't quite make that play. 16-20 Pumas.
Yeah, Kingsland really timed that one well too,
Yes.
though. But she was up there, good hit. Did all we could on that one, but
the night is still young. Emma Romack. Net serve for Emma Romack. 21-16. EQ back to service line. The equalizer. Let's see if she can equalize to close out the set here. Oh my word, what a power ace there for EQUAM. 22-16, that's ace number 3 in this game, Steve.
EQ throwing some flames on that one. Wow. Vapor trail.
And here comes another heater, received well by Pumas this time. And coming in with a big hit, but Maria File receiving it over to Sturm. And Abby Rose. Okay, the point is given to Challengers on that one.
I think what they're saying is there's an inadvertent whistle there, Jim.
Oh, an inadvertent
Based
whistle.
on where the ball was going, that Poynette would not have been able to return it.
It would have been a dead ball. All right,
Yep.
23. Play. The point is going over. 22-16. Do-over of the play. Nice job again by EQ. Set up here by Pumas. Dug well there by EQ over the Rose. Maria File sending it over. Pumas ready. Set, and they are hitting it. But Claire Kramer receiving over to Sturm. And Mary. Mary just a little bit outside on that one.
Close.
17-22 for the Pumas. That was a great rally there.
Great effort. Challenger fans thought that one was in. You could see them standing up to clap, and looks like that was a close one.
It was. Nice send over there. A little bit too far out of bounds. 23-17. Challengers. Abby Quam coming in for the swiper in the middle blocker position. File back to service. 23-17, Steve. Here we go. Nice serve over by File. Received by Pumas. And number 1 again wants it, but wants it too badly. Point, Challengers, set point. Rachel Yelk was on that hit. It's been a really good hitter there thus far, though. Set point, Maria File for the serve. Received by Pumas. Set up and a smack over, but received by Claire Kramer. Over to Sturm. And Abby Rose sending it back over. Wanted to do it, but might have been, oh my word. Couldn't quite do it at the net. First set is the Challengers, 25-17, Steve.
Great resiliency by the Challengers there. Poynette was making a little bit of a run coming out of that timeout. We held our ground. Just a great way to start this matchup tonight, though. That was exciting.
Indeed.
And Challengers just had a little bit more in the tank to pull away there at the end.
Yep. But you can tell that Coach Hutchinson has really been training her girls well in defense. It's just at the net and receiving some of those heater missiles. Just a couple things like by Emily Quam especially. Just you can't quite contain that heat.
Agreed. We have not been able to find the court very often. Poynette's been able to dig most of our hits, so definitely kudos to Poynette. Great defensive showing. Playing strong.
Yes, very much so. Oh, okay. Next one.
So are we going to turn this thing over to our stats department?
Not currently.
Yet?
Our stats department is currently doing some other administration work, apparently.
Okay.
So
other duties as assigned.
I think so.
Okay.
So for right now, Steve, if you want to do the honors, since you are Statly
Steve.
I
am not the mayor of Statistical City here, but I will do my best.
You're more of the village elder, I think. Alderman.
I'm something. I'm the village something. I don't know, Jim.
It starts with an I, but that's okay. All right.
We'll let the fans at home and abroad figure that one out.
Impressive, yes. Good.
No, kills leaders here. We have Emily Quam with 3 kills. Abby Quam, 6 kills. Abby Quam continuing her strong play in that category, 3rd in the conference.
Yeah.
Coming into this match. Abby Rowe is our outside hitter extraordinaire, 3 kills here. And then Mary Lyons, the swiper, with 1 kill.
Oh, my.
In terms of our blocks, we have Abby Quam with 1 block. And service aces, EQ throwing some missiles out there. 3 service aces to lead the team in that category.
Pretty amazing, Steve. All right. And just a little bit behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that we didn't have Mayor Mason on there is because he is also doing camera work here. Pretty stellar job as well with our videographer, Video Vaughn. And we are getting set and ready for set number 2. Those at home and Challenger Nation, if you aren't on your feet yet, then you better get going because this is a match to cheer.
I see some of our fans on their feet, Jim. They're ready.
I'd see it way up in the crow's nest there. I don't think it's just to get a better view. I think they're excited.
Now, kudos to both teams, both schools here. Poynette with a great fan base that came out tonight. They've been loud. They've been into it. Awesome.
Indeed. Claire Kramer up with her first serve. Received well by Pumas. Pumas are scrambling to push that over, but they could not quite get it together on that one. 1-0 Challengers currently. Air Claire back to service line. Want to continue a little bit of a start of a run. Nice serve over. Received by Pumas. Set up, and they want that hit, but Emily Quam receiving well. Pushing over. Rose pushing it back over. Pumas getting ready. Giving it over to the number 1, but blocked well by Abby. And then out by the Pumas there on that hit. 2-0 Challengers. Kramer serve number 3. Nice high serve by Kramer. Received and a strong push over by the Pumas. Received and set up by Gary over the Rose. Pumas getting in right position, giving it to Yelk, but nice job by Gary. Go for it, Gary. And Little Q putting the block on. 3-0. Here we go, Claire Kramer with a nice shorty. And, pushed over by Claire Kramer, grabbing it over to File. And a nice push over by Rose. Pumas getting ready for a hit over. Just a little bit out of system there. And Claire Kramer couldn't quite grab that one. 1-3 for the Pumas. A little bit.
15 that got that one, Jim. Was that Jessica Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been swinging hard.
Yes, she has. And there is Olivia Radowan sending it over. And I don't know if that was a LQ or someone else. That was a LQ kill special.
It's been confirmed. It's been fact-checked and confirmed.
A confirmed kill. We're not at war, people, but
we got to tone this thing down a little bit.
Yeah,
it's all in the nature of sports here.
But Little Q doing a great job there. Nice hit over by Rose, or nice serve over by Rose. Set up by the Pumas and a push. Ready to receive. Rose over to Kramer and a nice hit by Emily Quam. Number 16 sending over to number 1. Blocked, but then set up by Kramer to Gary. Over to little Q. Pumas are ready. Set up, and it's out of bounds. Good eye by Challengers. 5-1 Challengers. See if we can get a thorn here by the by Rosie. Coming up with her serve number 2 here.
Yeah, again, we're not seeing a lot of our balls hit the deck.
Yeah.
It's been mainly errors that we've been getting points on.
That's
so.
right. Oh my word, nice serve over by Rosie. Received by Pumas, sent back. Maria is ready. Set it over to Claire. And, Abby Quam saved but blocked, but Kramer keeps it in play. Over by Quam. Set up by the Pumas. And one wants it, but Rosie receives it. Nice! Oh, yep. It was a nice attempt by Claire Kramer, but the antenna calls that one out of bounds.
Definitely the right call, but that was one heck of an attempt.
Oh my word.
Claire laying out for that one, getting one fist on it, almost got it over.
This one is going to be in the highlight reel at school, I'm sure. Nice serve over by the Pumas. And nice hit over EQ by Emily Quam. Sister says, I want some kill action there, little Killa. And she gets it. 6-2 Challengers. Little Q back in the service line. Oh my word, nice slow. Nice, just, I don't know what you want to call that. Slow-mo ace.
It was flying below the radar, I think would be the way to describe that one. It just cleared the net.
Using a wingsuit. 7-2 Challengers. Nice serve over by little Q. Pumas receiving and a nice hit over, and they get through the block wall of Mary L. and Emily Quam. 3-7 Pumas. Number 1, Yelk back to the service line. Nice serve over by Yelk, received by File, set up by Kramer, and a nice hit over by Quam, the libero, setting it up for Pumas, and a push over, received by Claire Kramer, over, and got it past Swiper, number 33, Leah Hutchinson. I believe that is Coach's daughter on that one.
Yeah,
good hit over.
She's been a force inside.
Yep. 4-7 for Pumas. Gary receiving it. Go for it, Gary. Over to Claire Kramer. And Rose pushing it back over. Pumas ready. And a nice slap down by Hutchinson. She says she wants more of that. 5-7 Pumas. They're making a comeback, Steve. Yelk at the service line again. Nice serve over. Received. Pushed over to File. Rose sending it back. Pumas with a nice kill by Leah Hutchinson, number 33, 6-7, making their way back to you, babe. They are climbing up the ladder here. Yelk to serve. Nice serve over, a low serve, but received by Go For It Gary, over to File. And a nice hit over there by EQ. A push over to Claire Kramer. Over to Sturm, pushed over by File. Getting ready, and number 3 sending it to Claire, or to File. Oh, at the net. Oh, a nice. Yeah, there we go. A nice kill for Emily Quam. Had to kind of dig it out of the net there. That is 5th kill for the equalizer. Steve, I think you're speechless at this moment.
I think I am. Great play by both teams.
I think I'm getting close to speechless here.
I'm going to let you take over, Jim. I'm just going to watch.
Sturm to serve. Nice received low by the Pumas. And a great big smack by the Pumas, but too much by number 3. 9-6 Challengers. Sturm serving up a second. Nice serve over there by Sturm. And that is in. I'm not sure if that was Hutchinson again.
I couldn't see it from behind the bench here, but either way, it's a great hit, great
Yep.
placement.
Speaking of Hutchinson, she is to the service line. 7-9 Pumas. Oh, a nice little lob there over by Hutchinson. Received and pushed over by Claire Kramer. A slap over by Pumas. Got by File. Set up by Sturm. Over to Mary. Number 3 wanting to get another slap. A block over to File to Sturm. And a nice Emily Kwan hit. Number 15 getting it over. And over, received by Rose. Set up by Kramer. And a nice one by Kwan. But Puma still keeping it in action. Kramer over to EQ. And EQ with another kill.
That was a close one, Jim.
It was very close. Very close, but
Challengers get the point.
horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's-
You can't be close in
Yeah.
those. You can be close in one, not
Right in
the
the
other.
fence line right here. Living dangerously, Jim.
10-7, the equalizer back in service. And there's the whistle. She's getting her game on, and nice serve. Received well by the Pumas. Set up and a small pushover. Yep, and keeping it in, Maria. But I think some net action there, or maybe consider maybe four hits there by the challengers. 8-10 Pumas. A great scrap play by the challengers, but just not tight enough to equal a point.
How's your heart rate, Jim?
Oh, it's racing. It's elevated. We'll
It's
call
elevated.
it. That's the
Slightly
sports talk.
elevated,
Slightly
huh?
elevated.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing some aerobics. Nice by Emma Romack, and that's her ace. First one for her in this game. 9-10 Pumas. Previously, she had a little bit of trouble with the net on her serves, but I think she's dialed in now. Nice serve, low, but received well by Plum, and that's what she wanted. Ace number 2, Emma Romack. 10-10, tied up here, Steve.
Yeah, Womack made it very difficult for us to get a clean return on that one. Really nice jump
Gonna
serve there.
have to really dig deep here. Emma Romack with the serve, over, received by Rose, over to Quam, back to Rose. They're gonna push into the net. 11-10 Pumas. They're making their march forward here, Steve.
They are. Good run for them.
Emma Romack, I believe this is serve number 4. And ace number 3. Coach Kelsey calling timeout on the challenger bench. 12-10 Pumas.
Poynette bench is fired up right now,
Yes,
and
they
rightfully
are.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Just some stellar play to take the lead here.
Yes.
A lot of fun to watch.
my.
I think, you know, what I see from Poynette is just a very solid defensive team with some really, really strong hitters, and then really, really strong inside play too. 33, Leah Hutchinson.
Yes.
Great size, great length, and really kind of controlling that middle. So
Yes.
just
agreed.
a really, really impressive team. A lot of fun to watch.
Yes. Yeah, and just, again, a little bit behind the scenes here. I was with the team, the Challenger team, a little bit earlier today as they were watching intently the game between Heights and Poynette. And they're seeing a lot of what we're seeing right here. Good defense, and then those kills from Hutchinson and some of the other crew.
Yeah. Certainly a lot of respect on both sides here for each of the
Agreed.
teams.
Emma Romack with a big strong one. That's ace number 4 for her in a row, Steve. 13-10. Puma's got to be feeling electrified at this moment. Challengers need to get a break here with one good pass and a nice hit. Serve receive, Emily Quam over to Sturm, and a nice tip over there by Kramer. A push to the back. Maria File getting ready. Over to the Sturm and to Rose. Received by the Pumas. And a push into the net. I think Mary with that block. Swiper got a swipe. 11-13 Challengers. Maria File back to service. Mary Lyons subbing out. Abby Quam subbing in. That serve by File, received well by Pumas, pushed over. Sturm setting up, and a tip over by Little Killa. 12-13 Challengers. That's going to be number 8 for kills for the Little Killa. Nice over by Maria. And a hit blocked by Quam, but not quite. Set up by Sturm. And a hit over by Quam. Pumas sending it back. Oh! Nice dig by Maria. One-hander. Oh, setting it up a little. And she can't quite receive that second one. Nice job by the Pumas. They knew where the hit there. She couldn't quite elongate out enough on that second dig.
She couldn't, but she laid out for it.
That first dig was amazing.
Awesome.
Back, unseen, backwards, one hand. Nice send over by the Pumas, and a little bit too much by Claire Kramer. 15-12 Pumas. Pumas putting the pressures on the challengers here. Number 3 for service. Pumas sending it. Maria getting it over to Sturm, and went for it, blocked, but still in possession of the challengers. Back over by Rose. Set up here, and a push over. Not sure what the call is there. Might have been in the net.
Something in the net.
Number 8 was in the net. Thank you, Mayor Mason. 16-12 Pumas. If there would be time to put pressure on, Steve, it's now. And they're doing it well, those Pumas. An ace for number 3 for the Pumas. Coach Kelsey's cheering on her team, saying, come on, girls. You got this. Your head needs to be in this game. Oh, a tape serve by Pumas, set up by Sturm. And Rosie went for it, got blocked, and got shut down. 18-12 Pumas. I think this is going to be a late night, Steve.
Yeah, this is the time to stop the run, but Poynette certainly pulling away here.
There you go. Received by File. Set up by Sturm. Over by Claire Kramer. Pumas are ready, setting it up. Nice setup. And over by Kramer. Set up again by number 16. Wanted to stuff that one, and she did. Number 1, Rachel Yelk with another kill. 19-12. Pumas are on the pounce here against Lady Challengers. A net serve. A little grace there for the Challengers. 13-19. Let's see what they do with this. Sturm subbing out. The cheeky one, number 5, Bethany Smith, subbing in. Kramer back in the service position. At the beginning of this, she gave us a run of about 4, so see what we do with this one. Pumas receiving, getting ready. Yelk blocked by the cheeky one and Little Killa. 14-19 Challengers. Kramer up for service. Nice serve, received well by Pumas. Set up, and a push over by Kramer digging it. Emily Quam digging it. Rosie pushing it over. Pumas getting ready for another kill, but stopped by Quam over to Rose. Oh yeah, not quite. It was a great setup by Kramer, but a little bit too outside for Maria to get it over. 2014 Pumas.
2 incredible returns there for the Challengers. Just couldn't get enough muscle under that for Maria.
Yep,
but,
indeed. Guerrero sending it over, but a net serve. 15-20 Challengers. Abby Rose to the service line. See if we can serve up some thorns here. Nice serve over by Rose. Set up here, and a small hit over there by Pumas. Emily Quam wants to close that out. Set up again by Pumas. hit, and Maria digging it. Push over by Claire Kramer. Set up by Pumas. And a hit. Received by Quam. Rose couldn't quite get her feet under her. 21-15. Pumas pouncing. Coach Kelsey has some more tricks in her bag, though. She says, come on, girls. We've done it before. We can do it again. Pumas serving up. Nice serve. Received well by the challengers. Over by Quam. A nice setup there. And a slap down, but blocked. Set up by Rose. A Kramer. Pushed over by Quam. And a small push over there by Pumas. And a hit over and a kill by Emily Quam, the equalizer. 16-21. Little Q back to service line. We don't have time for all these cute little comments anymore.
We don't. It's a little too fast paced.
It is. All right, over to Kramer, and a small tip over by Emily Quam. Another kill to the pile. We're going to call that almost 10, 9, 8, excuse me. I couldn't see how my mayor was counting. Nice job, 8 kills for the Quammer, and little Quam, sending it over with a nice serve. Receive and a push over, but a great dig by Claire Kramer. And here we go. Pumas getting ready to push it back over. Quam to Kramer. To Emily Quam. But that one's going to be a Puma point. Puma point 22-17. Here we are, Steve. Yelk in the service position. Great serve over by Yelk. A great dig there by Maria over to Bethany Smith. And a push. Pumas ready. And a smack over. Received well by Rose. Set up by Claire Kramer. And nice job by Maria. Here we go. Pumas ready for a small push. Emily Quam giving it over to Rose. Maria hoisting it back over. Ready. And Hutchinson killing all of that one. The leather just fell off of it. 23-17. Timeout called by the challengers. Coach Kelsey wants to get her girls heads in the game. They've been doing great, but there's just some hard driving hits coming at them.
High octane coming from Poynette right now. They've cut down on some of those areas, and they are just pounding it on offense, making it really difficult for us.
Yep.
Really impressed. Really impressed by their hitters. Their passing has been sharp here in this game too.
Now, we are privileged to be watching this game. We are also privileged in America to have the freedoms that we do. We would not have these if it were not for the brave, selfless action of men and women across the world. At this time, we proudly recognize and thank all those who have served and are serving our country. Thank you for your sacrifice and service. Here we go, Steve. 23-17. Pumas on the prowl. They're looking to win this set. Oh. Okay.
Just out?
I think we're calling that one.
Just out. All right.
It is out. Okay. A little bit of confusion there, but we have 18-23 challengers. Sturm in service position. Nice job by Sturm. Received deep by Pumas. And Hutchinson wants all of it, and she gets it. Kramer couldn't quite get that block off of Mary. 24-18. This is set point, Steve. Hutchinson in service position. They're looking to close this one out. Received well by Rose. Set up to Sturm. And they send over, and there it is. Set number 2 has been won by the Pumas, 25-18. This is now a battle for set number 3.
I think we're going to be here a little while
At
tonight,
least-
Jim. I
at
think we
least
might want to
4.
settle in and get comfortable. Has anybody got that cushion we can use here? 'Cause we're gonna be here a while.
No,
This is-
I think the cushions were given for those who are older than us.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
We're younger, so maybe we can get a booster chair. Maybe.
No, but both teams, we've talked about this, both teams look to be very evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a little bit of tale of 2 games there. Challengers has had the upper hand in that first game, played very sharp on the offensive. In the second game here, you saw the same coming from Poynette.
Yes.
Very fitting that Hutchinson was serving on that last point because she was an integral part of that second game. Just really a force on defense in the middle, and she had multiple kills on offense as well. So
Yes. Very much so.
it's a good response from Poynette. We're tied up 1-1.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Those at home, this is what you've been looking forward to all season. A matchup of 2 evenly matched, spectacular teams who are just leaving it all out on the court to win this regional match.
Again, you know, what a treat and a blessing it is for us to even be here tonight. You know, to have a spring season, to be able to play the games that we've been able to play. They're allowing additional fans to come to this game tonight, so we have just a really great crowd, both schools and teams represented.
And they're allowing the live stream to happen as well.
Allowing the live stream to happen. We have fans at home, domestically and abroad, that are watching this, as we've talked about. But, you know, in all seriousness, it's great that we can experience this. You know, this is what high school sports are all about. Girls having fun, the energy, the competition. Great to see.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I would be remiss if we didn't say that we are definitely wanting to give a shout out to some of those who aren't with us right now, including Emma Mankey, number 10, Mankey Mangler. She is winging her way back with her family soon. We'll see if maybe we'll see her on Tuesday. But if not, that's fine. We also want to give a shout out to Coach Becca Mast, who could not be with us tonight. In her stead, Coach Kelsey is doing a phenomenal job. So, Coach, we are in good hands here. We're praying for you, and we look forward to seeing your smiling face again. And what we see here tonight is because of what you have put into these girls and what you have challenged them to bring to the court.
Amen, Jim. Amen. Such a great coach we have in Coach Becca. But Coach Kelsey doing a phenomenal job today coaching these girls.
Very much so. Oh, and a nice phenomenal hit over there by the Rose. Set up by Quam. Kramer over to Abby Quam. Little Killa says, let's answer that last run from the Pumas with a little shutdown there. 1-0 Challengers. Air Claire, senior, back to serve. Nice serve over by Kramer, received by Pumas. A good setup there by Pumas. A slap over. Ooh, and pushed back. And nice by Bethany Smith. A nice cheeky back bump is what you'd want to call that. And a great block there by the 2 Abbies, Rose and Quam. 2-0 Challengers.
Good response by the Challengers there. That's a really hard outside hit that we returned.
Yes, it was. Nice serve over by Kramer. And a small push over to File. To Kramer. That is called in.
Called in.
Called in by the line judge. And you don't argue. You say, okay, next point. 3-0 Challengers. Okay, and so there we go. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, but he never argues with the rest of the line judge. You just go for the next point. 3-0, Claire Kramer playing on. Pumas setting it up. And a nice smack over. File to Kramer. to Emily Rose. Oh, a nice block by Hutchinson, but Rose sends it back over into the bench of the Pumas. 4-0 Challengers. That was a great effort by the Pumas.
It was.
Getting that one.
Started with a great block by Hutchinson.
Yes.
Good attempt at trying to dig that one out, but just a little bit too wide.
Claire Kramer. Here, Claire, a serve over. Received by Pumas. And a smack over by Hutchinson. Getting over Kramer to Rose. They're getting ready for another slap over at Pumas. Received by File. Kramer tipping it over. Setting up. Pumas getting ready for another hit. Received by Quam. Over to Rose. File sending it their way. Pumas getting ready to set up. And a slight push over. And that's what they needed. That's what they need. Rachel Yelk with that small sneaker of a kill. 1-4 Pumas. I was going to say, so,
well, you got to respect her hitting prowess, and
Yeah.
she just laid up on that one. Both girls in at the net. Big hole in the court.
nice serve. Received well by cheeky one, Beth Smith. And a nice hit over there by Challengers. Received, and Pumas doing a slight, just right across the net. Rose getting it well. And a nice hit, but it is called out on the Challengers. 2-4 for the Pumas. Nice hit over, received by Quam. Set up by Kramer, and a push over there by Little Killa. 5-2 Challengers. That is 10 for LQ in this game.
Both teams trying to out-finesse each other here, Jim. It's
Yes,
like, you can do it, we can do it softer.
Abby Rose with a nice serve over for Challengers. And the Pumas answer with a pounce of a hit there by Yelk, I believe, as the outside hitter. And Yelk going to the service line. 3-5 Pumas. Nice smack over there by Yelk. Received. And a tip over. But in the net, we're calling it. A football at the net line. 4-5 Pumas. Challengers will have to watch that net now. Yelk getting ready. Serving up a nice one. Maria getting a little bit of an angle there over to Quam. And a pushover by Bethany Smith. Here we go, and a slap received by Maria. Getting over the Rose. And into the net it goes by File. 5-5 tied up here, Steve.
Here we go.
Yelk to service. Yelk with a heater. Received by Maria. Over to Claire Kramer. And a push over there by Abby Quam. Here we go. A nice hit there, but Kramer's got it. Puma's getting ready for a hit, big hit to Rosie. She couldn't quite get it up in the air. 6-5 Pumas. Gonna have to stop it here right now, Steve. Yelk with the serve over the Kramer. Nice hit over there, I believe, by Equam. Getting close to Abby Quam, getting close to sister. 9-10 for them. Abby Quam to service. Nice serve over. Received by Pumas. Set up. And Hutchinson with a slap. And a block by B. Smith, but nobody was there to pick up after. 7-6 Pumas. Challengers will have to watch that on that block. Hutchinson with the service, and there's an ace, another ace for her. 8-6. You want to get her out of rotation as soon as possible, Steve.
Yeah, she's a strong server too here. A little bit of momentum cooking.
Yep, there's another one, but and a net serve. 7-8. B. Smith subbing out for Caitlin Sturm to go into the service line.
That one's on me. That's the broadcaster jinx. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've done it both sides.
We have.
So.
It's an equal opportunity.
Yeah, nice job by Sturm. Oh, and a push over, but nice receive by File to Sturm. And a great hit. There we go. Kills are tied up between the Quam sisters, 10-10. I think we should just start charting like another scoring system, you know.
Might have to.
Intramural scoring.
Right.
And here we go. Sturm with another serve. Oh, net serve. Just a little too less on there. 9-8 Pumas.
Back and forth we go.
Some subbing coming in here for the Pumas. Number 16 going into the service line, Emma Romack. Emma Romack had a string of aces on that last set. Nice serve over, received well by Rose, and a nice smack over by Swiper. Oh, and at the net, Swiper's gonna swipe. Blocks that one. 9-9 Challengers. Equalizer back in the service line. Nice stinger of a serve there by EQ. Oh, a little confusion and communication there in the front line by Pumas. 10-9 Challengers. And as we've said, if you wanted soft serve, you should have gone the DQ, not the EQ. And there you go. She goes with another. Right out there. And Abby Rose getting ready for a hit. Set up by Sturm. And another hit by Rose, but it is too far gone. Out for that one. Tied up again, 10-10. It is the seesaw match of the century.
Excellent job by Poynette, though. Abby Rose on that first hit. That was a great hit.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to return it, force the error.
Number 3, Peyton Kingsland with a serve over, received by Maria. And at the net, couldn't quite do it without getting into it. 11-10. Kingsland serving still. Nice serve, received by Maria. Set up by Sturm, and it pushed over. Pumas getting ready. And a push back into the back row. Good eye by Maria. Point Challengers tied up again, 11-11.
Tell you what, our line judges are going to earn their keep tonight because there's been a lot of close plays at the baseline, the sidelines.
Yep.
Both teams working all of the edges of this court.
Agreed. Maria File wanting to break this tie of 11-11. Nice serve over and a small push over by the Pumas. Sturm, we're going to call that 2 hits, I believe, on Sturm. 12-11. Officials are also doing a great job here, just calling it true, calling it right. Tough job. I would not want that one. Nice serve
doing
over.
a great job.
Good setup by Sturm. At the net, though, into the net by number 9, 13-11. Olivia Radovan still serving for the Pumas. Nice serve over, received well by File. Set up, and File sending it back over. Pumas getting ready. And a small one. And nice dig out by Sturm.
Good job.
File sending it back into play. Getting ready here. Hutchinson with a small one. Set up by Quam. Send over by File, or Claire Kramer. Oh, and a block at the net. A block at the net by Abby Quam on Hutchinson. Wow. The crowd is going wild, including brother Mason Quam. 12-13 Challengers.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal effort. Both teams, but boy, Caitlin Sturm made a great effort there laying out there to keep that one alive.
And almost getting into the bench there.
That's right.
Claire Kramer to service here. Nice serve over by Kramer, received by Pumas. Set up, and a smack. Oh, and a good, it was a good block, but off the block, couldn't quite get that second receive. That's been a little bit of a struggle for us in this third set. 14-12 Pumas. Number 15 going back to the service line, Jessica Brooks, as you mentioned earlier. Nice serve over by Brooks, received by Gary, over to Kramer. Maria sending it back over. Pumas getting ready. Number 1 wanted it blocked by ALCS, but out of bounds off of that block. Point Pumas, 15-12. Student section getting a little rowdy back there. All right, here we go, and it's ready. A nice push over by Quam, a nice push, and a good dig. Good dig. And a great push over by, go for it, Gary. Oh, a push at the net by Hutchinson, though. It was a test of pushes. Who was going to do it better? 16-12, Pumas. Challengers calling a timeout. Coach Kelsey wanting to cheer on her team and maybe tighten up some things there.
Good decision. Good timeout here. Settle down a little bit. A little bit of a scramble on that last play.
Mm-hmm. Well, third set. We might be in for a long haul. We'll see.
Yeah, and I think, you mentioned this, Jim. We're not seeing, quite as many clean attacks from the challengers in this third set. There's been a bit more of the scramble situations, kind of hitting from the back row.
Mm-hmm.
In order for us to make a run here, you want to see more crisp passing, more hits from the outside, more attacks.
Yes, and I believe that's probably what's been happening in that huddle right there. Back at it here, Steve. Pumas at the service line, 16-12 in the third set. Each team having a set one. Received well by Quam, a push over by Kramer. Pumas are getting ready for an attack. Received by File at the net, a push over by Gary. A push back by Pumas, received by File. Over, and Rosie sends it over. Oh, it's hard to get, right at the net, yes! That is still in play. Here we go. Challenge is ready at the net, and still it is over. Wow. And there we go. The crowd is going wild. Wow. 13-16. Coach Hutchinson has a little bit of a disagreement here at what's going on. Having some discussion with the officials. Okay. It is reversed. The rule is it was out of bounds off of that, but great scrappy play there.
Wonderful effort by both teams.
Getting it out of the net at the challenger side. Here we go. Serving it up. Nice dig there, but can't quite get it out of the net. 18-12. Pumas.
Yeah, challengers find themselves in a very similar position as the second game, about the same score. Need to make a run here.
Mm-hmm. Nice serve over by the Pumas. Set up there, and a push over by Miss Quam. They want that one, a block. Oh, but Claire Kramer digging it back from that block. Hutchinson going into the deep. Set up by Kramer. Rosie, too much power. 19-12. Pumas. Challenger Nation and those who are watching, for the Pumas, some pretty amazing stuff happening here. Cheer on your favorite team. Pumas to serve. Nice serve over. Maria giving a big spinny over there. Ready, and Pumas, out it goes. Too much power on their side. 13-19. Here's where it gets down and dirty, Steve. 13-19, and I don't mean in cheating, just in every play is going to count, every hit, every touch, every block.
I was a little worried what you were suggesting there, Jim, but
I was suggesting hard action. And things like that is where we're going to have to get down and dirty, but we can't allow those things get in the net like that. 20-13, the Pumas Abby Rose is just going to have to shake that one off.
The Challenger is certainly capable of making a run. We've seen it before, but it has to happen now.
Yes, it does. Nice send over there by the Pumas. Set up and a block by Abby Klum, but it got blocked by the Pumas and out of bounds it goes. Pumas aren't happy with that call, but that's how it goes. We all have them. 14-20 Challengers. Little Q to service line. Nice serve over by her. Pumas ready to pounce. Nice dig by Gary. Set up to Kramer. And a nice Emily Klum kill there. 15-20 for Challengers.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Jim, right there. You saw good passing. Put Emily in a position to succeed. She goes up, she gets it. Hard hit, point, Challengers.
Excellent.
More of that.
Little cute with another serve over. Puma's ready. Hutchinson wants that one. Abby Klum setting over the Claire Kramer. And a small tip by Emily Klum. Puma's keeping it in play. And a hit over. A nice try of a block by Gary, but out of bounds it goes off of her. 21-15 Pumas. Hutchinson back to service line.
Deja vu all over again.
There it be. Coming over, received, set up by File, and a nice hit. Oh, nice job. Emily Klum made sure she just did not touch it off that block. Out of bounds it went off of the Pumas. 16-21 Challengers. Sturm into service line. Sturm with a net serve. 22-16. Got those yips going on in the Challenger lineup here.
A little bit. Nerves are a little tight.
I think they got to do some more dancing here.
I think so.
Emma Romack back to service line. She's been a powerhouse in set number 2. Let's see what she does here. Still a powerhouse, but received well by Rose over to Sturm. And a send over. Pumas receiving. A smack over. Received well. Good dig and a good push over by Swiper. A push and, yep. They get that block, but the Challengers have to get that middle row. Otherwise, they are in danger. 23-16, Pumas. Challengers calling timeout.
Yeah, it's a great observation, Jim. We've seen that happen. We've had, good play at the net. It's certainly good blocking, but those balls are just kind of dribbling past, and we don't have the support behind it to hit.
Indeed. So, as we are waiting for this timeout, don't wait any longer. You can be up to date on all things Challenger Athletics by following our social media pages. Connect with other fans and gain behind-the-scenes access to Challenger Athletics like you are doing right now. For more information, visit alcs.us. Okay, as we have said, Steve, Challengers need to make a big transition here. Some good serve receive and a couple good hits to turn this around for set number 3 to be theirs. Emma Romack with a nice serve over. Received a little high by Rosie, but a nice send over.
Nice job.
Good save by them. Scrappy play. Nice job by Gary. Sending it over. Set up by Pumas. And a push to Claire Kramer. To Mary Lyons. And nice at the net. Swiper's got a swipe. Great job there. 17-23. Listen into the stands. Student section going hog wild here. Great volleys on both sides,
yes,
Steve.
Agreed.
The equalizer, EQ, up to service line. 17-23, ladies and gents. And there it is. A net serve, 24-17. Challengers can't afford to do that at all again tonight. Serving Pumas. Rose receiving at that net. And there he is, set point for the Pumas, 25-17. They are now 2-1 over the Challengers. Steve Sturm, what you got for me?
I think what we're seeing in the last two games, Jim, they're almost mirror images of each other, really, about the similar spread in the points, and we're seeing Poynette making much less errors. Their return game has been solid. Their passing has been solid. We're seeing a little bit more scramble situations on the ALCS side, and what that means is we're either making more errors or we're not having as many, attacks going over. So I think that's going to be the key for the Challengers from here on out. Got to cut down on the errors, and we got to have a little bit more of attack mode on offense, and to get back into this game. We saw it in the first one, kind of got away from it in the last two, and that's really, I think, they're in the story of the last two games.
Yes, I would agree, Steve. And it's something that they definitely, Challengers have faced this before, and they have come out of coming from behind. And they just need to get that into their head, because it's, this game is 90% mental.
It is.
10% physical.
It is, and you could see the momentum shifts happening in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think that's what they're talking about in the huddle right now, is just get back to basics, get back to playing our game, settle down a bit.
Yep.
But has to happen now. Has to happen in this fourth game.
Yes. Yep.
But kudos to Poynette. They're playing well, and the one thing we haven't talked about is they played shortly before this game too. So you always wonder a little bit about fatigue. But showing no signs of that right now.
None at all. So very good for them. And I would be remiss if we did not check in with our elected official, Mayor Mason, with stats here. And here you are, Mason. Give us a little rundown.
Yeah, so for kills, Emily Quam leads the pack with 12 kills, followed shortly behind by Abby Quam with 10 kills. Then we have Abby Rose with 5 and Mary Lyons with 2. For blocks, Abby Quam leads the pack with 3. Abby Rose has 1, so does Mary Lyons. She has 1. Emily Quam has 3 aces, and Abby Quam has an ace. So Emily Quam is still continuing to do a lot of aces, so that's good.
Dominating. Thank you, elected one. We thank you for your service and your skill. Speaking of skills, like we said, Steve, the Challengers have the skills to pay the bills. They just need to start cashing the checks here. This is the time to do it.
You're right, Jim. It's winning time now.
Yep.
Winning time.
And we do want to give a shout out to all of those who have supported us throughout this season on this live broadcast. We have just been blessed beyond measure, Steve Sturm and I, and we are looking forward to seeing what else happens in this coming year. Claire Kramer setting up 4th set with a great serve over. Pumas receiving. Claire to Abby Quam for the kill. Little Killa setting a standard, saying, all right, let's start this, ladies. 1-0, Claire Kramer into service position. You were speaking of deja vu, Steve. we have this. We've gotten about 4 points ahead in these 2 sets, and we need to be able to do a little bit more. BJS, nice job there by number 5. Slight send over. Girls need to be calling those balls.
Yeah.
Not all 3 of them all at once. 1-1. Pumas are now in control of the ball. Libero Olivia back to service for Pumas. Ooh, a tape serve, but received there by the cheeky one. And a send over by number 5. Oh, and a big one by number 1 of Pumas. Couldn't quite get that block. 2-1 Pumas. Pumas are on the prowl. They want to close this one, Steve.
It's been difficult for us all night at that net. Really controlling the middle.
Nice serve over, received by Quam, and a push over by Kramer. Nice serve and a slight slap over. That's all we needed. No, they needed for number 1, Rachel Yelk. 3-1 Pumas. Coach Kelsey saying, come on, ladies. Let's give them some fight. Nice bump there. Nice received by Bethany Smith over to Emily Quam. Yelk with a slap down. Nice over to Abby Quam. To Abby Rose. Kill for her, giving them the thorn. 2-3 challengers.
That was all set up by just a great dig by Emily Quam, too. You know, we always give credit to the hits, but there's a lot that goes into that play there, and that was a good up.
Indeed. See what we have here from Abby Rose. Serving it up. Nice serve over by her. Set up, and here's Hutchinson. Wants to get it, and she does. Rosie can't quite get high enough for that dig. 4-2 Pumas. Some subbing out happening on the Puma side here. Challengers cheering themselves on. Number 15, Brooks, back to service, received by Quam. Set up and hit way up into the rafters. Getting ready for a push over, but not quite. And Abigail block, and that block Gale. 3-4 challengers.
Abby Quam adding to her team lead in blocks. Just great positioning there, great timing to go up and knock that back.
Yep. Abby Quam in serving position. Here she goes with a nice serve. Pumas getting ready for a slap over. And they got that because of the touch from the challengers. 5-3 Pumas. They're going to be exploiting every hole they can find here. Yelk with the serve over, a big stinger. Received by Maria over to Bethany Smith. Pumas ready in position. And a push over, received by Quam. Over to Claire Kramer. And a push over by Mary. But here we go. We're ready. Hutchinson wants it, but it is too far out. 4-5 challengers. Cheeky one coming out. Subbing out for Sturm to go to service line.
Stir him up, Caitlin.
Yep. Cater Potato, here she comes. Nice serve by Sturm. Gotta get through those yips, but she's getting in there. 6-4 for the Pumas. Hutchinson back in the service line. And net serve. It happens on both sides. 5-6 challengers. Emily Quam, the equalizer, back to service. The fans are on their feet here. Nice serve by Quam. Set up here by Pumas. A smack over at the net, but Mary Lyons with a block and a swipe. Tied up 6-6. EQ equalizing the score. Funny how that works out. It's like it's scripted. And the nice serve by Emily. And into the net it goes from the Pumas on that hit back. 7-6 challengers.
In the second game, Jim, for both teams. You wonder if fatigue is playing a little bit here. Are you seeing a couple of serves coming
If
up
I were
short?
playing, then definitely.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Nice serve. Hey, what are you saying?
Oh.
Serve over by Guam, but the Pumas with a sneaker tip over. 7-7, tied up here.
That was a comment directed at myself, Jim.
Oh,
Let's just
okay.
be clear.
I have no aspersions. I have plenty of fatigue for both of us. 16, Emma Romack. Sending it over big and deep, but Maria File receiving it over the Sturm too much so by the Rosie. 8-7 Pumas. Gotta stop Romack right here there, Chael Gales. Because she is a force to be reckoned with.
That's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm. Oops. And here she goes, ball up and received. Oh, at the net, and a nice tip over there. And a push over, received by Quam, set up by Sturm. And a nice hit by Rose, received well by Pumas, set up. And a push into the way back, received by File, set up by Sturm. And a hit over by Gary to the back row. Pumas ready and pushing it back over. Ooh, Mary Lyons with a small one over the Sturm to Claire Kramer at the net. Oh, and they're trying 2 touches there on number 27 of the Pumas. 8-8 is the count here currently. Maria File back to service line. See if she can give a file driver here, Steve.
That's right. Very accurate server.
Nice serve over by File. Pumas getting ready with this receive over. File's got to dig that back, and he does. She does. Nice over to Abby Quam. Set up, and 23 with a tip, but received by Rose. Set up by Sturm. Rosie wants a push over, but out of bounds it goes. 9-8 Pumas. Number 3, Olivia Radowan to service. Nice strong serve over by Radowan, received by File. Claire Kramer sending it into the back, and it's in. Is good, and it's 9-9, tied up there, friends.
Great placement by Claire.
Agreed. Some subs coming in and out, including Sturm subbing out. And then subbing in, go for it, Gary.
Go for it, Gary.
Claire
Sounds like a
Kramer.
campaign slogan.
There you go. Maybe.
Campaign for winning volleyball.
Yeah,
match.
there you go. Claire Kramer with a great serve, and nobody was there to receive that in the challenges mid-row. Wasn't sure why that was happening, Steve. 10-9 Pumas. Challengers will need to address that if they want to stay eligible in this game as contestants. Nice job by Gary, going for it. Nice job by Quam. Over to Kramer, and a push over by the Killa. 10-10 from Little Q, making that rescue. Abby Rose into service line. See if she can serve up a thorn here, Steve. Nice job by Rose. Set up, and Hutchinson wants it. Ooh, a slight bump there by Quam over to File, sending it over. Hutchinson wanted to kill that one, and she does with a plum. 11-10 Pumas.
This is great offense by Poynette.
Indeed.
Just really great offense. Good passing, and just an excellent play by Hutchinson there.
Yeah.
Makes it very difficult on the challenger defense when you can get an attack like that, a clean attack.
Indeed. This is a good send over by Pumas and not received well by File. 12-10 currently. They will need to answer here, Steve, if they want to stay competitive. Kramer at the net. Abby Quam says, my fault, my fault. 13-10 into that net. Pumas. Nice received by File from that Puma serve. Send over by Kramer. And Pumas getting ready, sending over. Maria File pushing over a free ball. The setup, and then a slight push over, and a nice answer. Yep, a nice answer by challengers, but Yelk is always on that line. They say, oh, great, you set it back over us, I'm just going to kill you. 14-10, challengers must
Agreed.
answer now.
Agreed.
Emily Quam, ready. And a hit over. Hutchinson waiting to do a little bit of passing to an unknown player, an unknown Puma that wasn't there for 11-14 challengers. LQ for the service line. Nice job by Little Q. Hutchinson wants all of that. Oh, but a nice dig by Abby Rose. And a block on Yelp. 12-14 challengers.
Incredible dig by Abby Rose.
Taking a quick pause, sir. We could get some sweat off the floor there by Claire Kramer. Making sure it's nice and non-slippy. Little Q back to serve again. Great serve by Quam. Received by Pumas. Getting ready for a hit. And a block by Quam and Lions. 13-14.
The door is closed and you will not enter. That was
the
tough.
equalizer and swiper connection. Short by Little Q. Can't afford any of those, Steve. 15-13. And I do have to apologize for those at home. If it sounds like I'm a little hot, I am a little hot. Both because I'm wearing a sports coat and because this is just some intense volleyball, ladies and gentlemen. Nice receive by Gary. And a great kill by Emily Quam. 14-15.
You know, we said this before, Jim. It's a simple game sometimes. It's a simple game when you get a clean bump and a good pass and a hit.
Yeah.
We've been tough in those scenarios.
And a great hit by Emily Quam. That's 14 according to Mayor Mason for kills. A nice send over by Sturm and Claire Kramer.
Good up
by her. And we're getting ready. And it is called out. Tied up 15-15. Sturm back for second serve here.
Nice little run by the challengers here.
Stir them up there, little one. Here she goes. A nice, great serve by Caitlin. Set up, and Hutchinson is a little too fired up. 16-15. This arena is electrified, Steve.
It is. Fans are on their feet, both teams into this.
16-15. Sturm with the nice serve over, received by Pumas. And they are ready, and they do a slight push.
Oh, good job.
Claire Kramer. It was close, but out of bounds it went.
Good adjustment by Claire just to get a hand on that.
It was. Tied up 16-16. Hutchinson back to the service line. We'll need to shut her down. No offense to anybody listening from Poynette, but that's just the name of the game. If the challengers want to stay in this, and they do, they will need to take these out. That was a very lucky one. Went out of bounds at the last second. 17-16 challengers. Emily Quam to the service line. Nice serve by Quammer. Receive put back into play in the Puma area. Nice receive. Got to get out of that area. And Rosie, a little bit too much power. Pushing it outside. 17-17. Back to Pumas. Yelk in service position. Not a more promising thing to see. Oh, excuse me. Emma Romek back to service position. Either way, they are tough servers, I tell you. Student section getting a little wild up there. Good job, good receive by Maria. Set up and a push way outside.
Dig.
Nice dig by Maria. Here we go, Pumas are ready. Good job by Quam. Over to Caitlin, to Maria, and out it goes.
There's a foul driver.
Foul driver is now fully on the tool bench. 18-17. Swiper going out. Little Q coming in the middle blocker position. File driver back to service line. Nice serve by her. Received by Pumas. Setting up and getting over. A block. A block, but not quite. Came off of her, and Rosie couldn't quite get that match. 18-18. It is the seesaw set here, Steve.
Which team is going to make a run, Jim? We'll see.
Nice receive by Maria. Set up. Into the net it goes by Kwammer. A little bit of nerves there. 19-18 Pumas. See what we can do with this. Number 3, Peyton Kingsland back to service. Nice serve over by Kingsland. Received by Quam. Set up by Sturm. Over by Rose. Pumas getting ready. Nice job by Pumas. A slight slob over there by Yelk. Claire Kramer. And a nice killa from Manila. 19-19 tied up by LQ. That was quite the hit. Some good attempts at blocks, but it was just too powerful.
It was.
Almost made a basket there in the basketball hoop.
Again, putting her in a chance to be successful there, where she could really go at the pinnacle of that ball and hit it.
Indeed. Claire Kramer, nice serve over. They're calling it into the net by Abby Quam. 2019. That was unfortunate. It was going to be a great block. The libero, Olivia, back for the Pumas to serve up here. Soft serve over there. Soft dig by the Kwammer. Over to Claire to File. Getting back into Puma territory. Pumas getting it over. File digging it. Kramer to Quam. Nice setup there. And Yelk wants it, but Claire Kramer on a great dig. Here we go, and we're ready. Another great dig, and Quam coming in with that hit. Hutchinson wants it. Quam getting it back. Kramer with a slight push over. Yelk wanted to get it. Over to Kramer to Quam. Pushing it back. And the libero getting it back in the service from Pumas. Kramer getting it. Over to Smith, setting it. And a nice try by Abby Quam, but no kill on that one. 21-19. Pumas are in prowl position, Steve.
Great effort back and forth there.
Nice serve. Received well there by challengers. And again into the net. I believe Coach will have to call a timeout or something here pretty quick. 22-19. Pumas are in possession and in the prowl. Received well by B. Smith. Over to Kramer. Over to Quam. Nice job. Yelk sending it into the back. File receiving. Over to Kramer. And nice job by Rosie. And Yelk wanting it though. They're calling 2 hits. 2 hits by Yelk on that one. 20-22 challengers. Abby Rose waiting to give a thorn on this serve here. See what she does. Getting her game on. Nice serve. An ace for the Rosie. A great thorn in the side of the Pumas. 21-22. We'll see what she does in this one. See if she can just kind of shake off, not have too much power. That's very good. It's very safe serve there for her. Hutchinson wants to close it. Nice by Rose to nice cheeky. Nice tip there by cheeky one. Over into the back. Kramer. Over, yes, to Maria File. To Abby Quam. Pumas getting ready to Yelk. Little small one. Claire Kramer digging it. Bethany Smith up, and it goes over to Quam. Pumas still have it in possession. A small tip. Quam gets it. Claire pushing it way out, and it is in. Ladies and gentlemen, that was quite the volley and play. 22-22, tied up, and the Pumas call a timeout.
What a brilliant move by Claire. Brilliant. Oh, that's great. Both teams are just gassed right now, though, Jim. I mean, I'm looking at both sides here. The girls are giving everything they have on both sides.
Yep.
Girls are looking to catch their breath right now, get a drink, but they're gassed. A lot of effort here.
Indeed. The Pumas definitely want this. Challengers want this. We'll see who wants it more and who's hungry to go on to either win this or go to set number 5. All right.
Well, it's a pivotal 3 points here, and you've seen the fans on their feet. They know how important these points are, particularly for the challengers to stay in this thing.
Yep. Both teams are ready. Abby Rose ready to serve up. A nice serve over by Rose. Received by Pumas. A nice set by the Pumas. Hutchinson giving us one. Claire Kramer, a good dig. Abby Quam setting it over. Nice here by the Pumas. Received by Maria. Setting over to Quam. And a nice hit over by Emily. Set up. Hutchinson sending it deep. And that is a tiebreaker. 23-22. Did a nice little pop over there by Hutchinson. And challengers couldn't quite get from the floor there what she was sending over. 15, Jessica Brooks for service. Neck and neck, Steve. Nice serve over Rose and a slight pop over by Abby Quam. Hutchinson wants that. But little Killa says no way, no way. 23-23. Tied back up. LQ in the service position. We'll see if she's thrown off those yips.
That's a big serve here. Good serve.
Nice serve by Quam. Pumas are getting ready. A small pushover. And they got that one. 24-23, Steve. This is it. This is for all the donuts. Yelk in the service position. A very dangerous spot here for the challengers. Let's see what they do with it. Nice dig by Bethany Smith. And a good cheeky shot back over by her. Pumas getting ready. Hutchinson with a slight push over to Kramer. Nice job. And Emily Quam sending it. Pumas getting it. A slight push over. There we go. Bethany Smith getting it set up. Mary Lyons setting it over. A kill. Swiper's got a swipe. 24-24.
What a play by Mary.
Hello. Are you awake at home? You best be, because this is the best game going today.
That was a difficult shot for Mary, too. She had to adjust. Great placement by her.
Caitlin Sturm in the service line. Nice serve over by Sturm. Received by Pumas. Pumas getting ready. Hutchinson wants it, but a block, but ready to send back over. Rose receiving. Sturm getting ready. Quam sending it into the back row. Yelk receiving. Getting it and ready to push it back over. Sturm getting it up. Over to Kramer. And nice push over by Lyons. Getting it ready. Set up. Pumas sending it over. Over to Rose. Sturm getting it ready. And Emily Quam at the net. Oh, Mary Lyons! Did you see that, Steve? 25-24. Swiper's got a swipe. Timeout called by the Pumas. This is the game of the semester, folks. Woo! Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Those at home, I'm sorry if I'm blowing your eardrums out.
I think we've officially destroyed these microphones.
Howard, our scorekeeper, Howard, is saying, guys, settle down.
Keep it down back there.
You possibly have one more set to play. You gotta quiet it down. Listen to this crowd, though, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the regionals. This is going crazy nuts.
That's awesome, Jim.
Caitlin
Awesome.
Sturm potentially set point in set number 4. Nice serve over by Caitlin. Pumas getting ready, and they want to push it over. Emily Quam receiving over the Sturm. A nice push out by Quam. Pumas getting ready for a kill, but no, a dig by Rose. Sending it over. Pumas getting ready. Wanting to get a hit over. Nice job by File over the Sturm. A nice job by Rose sending it. Getting ready. Wanting to hit that hit. And she does. Hutchinson like she do. 25-25. Tied up, ladies and germs. That's what this is. That's what this game has been all about.
Great point by Poynette. Their fans are exploding.
Who is going to want it more? Hutchinson back to service line. Received by Claire Kramer. Over to Rose. Sturm giving a free ball. Yelk getting it over into position. And a hit over. Nice job there. Over to Kramer. EQ equalizing the point. 26-25.
Tight rope walk on the sidelines.
Oh my word, here we go. And speaking of the equalizer, back in the service she
Couple deep
goes.
breaths here, Emily. Couple deep breaths.
Potentially
Good
set
serve,
point.
good serve.
Great serve. Here we go. Yelk getting ready to push it over. Nice by Kramer. And a nice push over. Oh! There it is, set. Number 4 is won by the Challengers. It is now tied up 2 sets. And I think Video Vaughn will have to adjust my audio because I am yelling this microphone out of similance. You got that? Oh my word. Well, I'm telling you, Mayor Mason, I think we need some stats on this one. Can I get an elected official on this one?
For sure, yeah. So Emily Quam with 15 kills. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new stat sheet here pretty soon. Abby Quam falling behind with 13 kills.
Oh my.
Then we have Abby Rose with 6 kills, Mary Lyons with 5 kills, Claire Kramer with 2 kills, and Maria Faya with a kill.
Oh my.
Leading in blocks, we have Abby Quam with 4, then Mary Lyons with 2, Emily Quam and Abby Rose both have 1. Emily Quam was 3 aces, Abby Quam has an ace, and so does Abby Rose.
Oh my. Mayor Mason, thank you so much for your stats. And Mason, so what are you seeing here in this 4th set that you didn't see in the 3rd and the 2nd set that were lost?
Well, I think there's been a lot more enthusiasm and just, it's like get it done,
Yeah.
that kind of attitude. And just, I think, you have to put kind of how people get tired. You kind of have to add that factor in there. So I think Poynette may be tiring out after this long stretch of 4 games. So.
Sure, and then a set of, I think, 4 games prior to in their match against Wisconsin Heights.
Yeah, so they had back-to-back games, so you have to take that into account also.
Sure. But I tell you, this is a fired-up Challenger team and a fired-up Challenger fan base here. Everybody in the stands, including, I think I heard you getting a little crazy over there, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, it's been alive tonight. Everyone's just really cheering loud and getting crazy,
That's right. And Mason, as you probably know, this is the 15th year of trying to get into the regionals. So the last time we won regionals was 15 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
That was before you were born, my friend.
I was born, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mason. Steve.
Glad to see that the mayor's hanging in over there.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might be the lucky tie he's got on tonight.
I think so. That's a sharp-looking tie. We're going to have to look at that at the post-game interview, which, friends, those who are watching online, we will have an interview regardless of a winner or loser, both from Coach Hutchinson and Coach Kelsey, both of the Puma and the Challenger teams. So please stick around after this, but that after is going to be a long time from now. Isn't that right, Steve?
Well, we said we were going to be here a while, Jim, and a lot of hearts going by the Challengers to fight back in that 4th set there.
Agreed.
Both teams just could not be more impressed and proud of Poynette and the ALCS Challengers here. Great volleyball tonight. Really, whoever wins this one really is going to earn it to move on.
Indeed. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Set number 5 2 apiece, 1 for each. The Pumas back in the service position here. Number 50, Olivia Radowan, wanted to see if they can start out this match strong. And the answer is a net serve. Challengers 1, Pumas 0 in this first salvo. Claire Kramer back to service position. Nice serve over by Kramer. Set up here at the net by the Pumas, but Abby Klum shuts that down. Maria File receiving. Over to Kramer. Over to Rose. Pumas getting ready. Trying to send it back over. Maria receiving. Set up by Kramer. And Abby Klum sending it a little wide. 1-1. Pumas in possession. 15, Jessica Brooks back to service. Let's see what the Challengers have in store as far as defense here in serve receive. Ooh, and Bethany Smith a little bit low there with that serve receive. 2-1 for the Pumas. Brooks getting ready to serve up again. Nice serve over. A big high serve receive. And Challengers need to get their head
A little confusion here.
there on their communication. 3-1 Pumas. Got to answer right now and strong against Brooks and her Lady Pumas. Nice setup by Kramer. And a push over by Rose, kept back in by Pumas, set back over.
Good response.
Here we go at the net, Claire Kramer, and a push over there by Little Q. Yelk wants to send it over, but we're pushing it back. Nice push over by Rose. Here we go, and Yelk getting ready to send it again, but it is out of bounds. 2-3 Challengers. Abby Rose looking to send some thorns the Pumas' way, put them in the paw. So it's harder for them to hit and kill.
Oh, it's such a violent image, Jim.
I'm sorry, I'm just a violent. No, I'm not. All right, nice send over by Hutchinson, received by File. Go over to Claire. But blocked at the net by Hutchinson. We're calling that 4-2, I guess. Yelk in the service position. Challengers getting ready. Nice serve over by Yelk. Received. Oh, at the net. Yep, we're going to have to tighten that up for sure, yep. Challenger Nation. Have to receive them and receive them high for those bumps. 5-2. A stinger by Yelk. Received by File. Out of bounds off of 5. 6-2. Coach Chelsea calling the timeout. We're seeing the Pumas wanting to close this desperately here and doing a fair job of it. As we said before, those at home, we will be doing interviews after this, no matter who wins, with both coaches. Coach Hutchinson of the Pumas and Coach Kelsey, who is subbing in very ably and valiantly for Coach Becca Mast. Yelk in the service position, 6-2 Pumas. Challengers gonna get hungry here and go hard in order to stop this offense by the Prowler Pumas. Received by File. And a nice hit by Little Killa. 3-6 Challengers.
Nicely done by Abby. We just need a little bit more of that. Those good sets and those really good hammer homes by the Quams.
Little Quam sending it over. Pumas ready in the position. And a smack over by number 3, Peyton Kingsland. 7-3. Pumas are not going to take this lying down.
Great play by Kingsland there. Great play.
Hutchinson back into service position. Received well by Bethany Smith. Set up, and Bethany Smith with a cheeky shot over there. Set up, and set over. Claire has it. Nice received by Bethany Smith. Sent over, and a smack over by the equalizer. 4-7. Nice job by Emily Klum. Bethany Smith subbing out. Caitlin Sturm coming in to service line. See if she can get us a string back up to tie or go ahead here of the Pumas. Try to find that hole here. Nice job by Sturm. Set up here. Pumas getting ready. Maria File receiving. Sturm having it. And Mary Lyons swiping it. Swiper gonna swipe. 5-7. Challengers. Caitlin ready for serve number 2 here. Nice serve over by Sturm. Oh, a slight push over, but received well by Mary. Swiper gonna swipe. She blocked well. 6. No? In the net? Okay. I guess that was called in the net. 8-5. I did not see that, but I'm not an official. 8-5 for the Pumas. Emma Romek back to service line here. Romek getting her rhythm down. And up she goes. And over. Rose receiving. Over and out.
A little wide
There on our outside hitter.
Good setup by the Challengers. Just couldn't get it down.
9-5 with the Pumas. Emma Romek back again for service. Here she goes up an alley-oop. Received deep by Rose to Claire Kramer. And a push. Tried to be a push over by Emily Klum. And then it goes 10-5. Challengers must stop and need to answer this,
Yes,
Steve.
it's crunch time now. Certainly is.
Emma Ramek. There she goes. A nice pop-up by Rose to Maria File. Set up by Pumas. Here we go. Sturm's ready. Mary sending it over. Pumas getting ready. Number 3 wanting the push. Sturm receiving. And a push over by Challengers. Ready. And here she wants to go to smack. And she got it. That's the touch. Yep, 11-5. Touch called on Challengers. Pumas still in possession of the ball. Romek on the march. Challengers need to stop them here and now. Nice receive by Kramer, but not enough. Angled off her elbow, or excuse me, her thumb. 12-5 Pumas. Timeout called by Kelsey. Challenger Nation, now's the time. If you're up still, if you're not in bed, you want to cheer these girls on. Poynette residents, if you have some Pumas you want to cheer them on. They're doing a great job. Emma Ramek still serving.
This game is far from over, Jim, but the momentum has to turn now.
That would be correct.
Challengers have had a hard time with service receipts here with Emma.
Yep.
So certainly a tough server, but
Indeed.
Gotta stop the points now if you're a challenger.
Okay, Emma Ramek getting ready for another serve here. Serve coming up into position. Nice strong serve over. File receiving over to Sturm. Nice over by Claire. Pumas getting ready. A smack over. Not quite blocked. Sturm to Kramer at the net. Oh! And not quite. 13-5. Two points away here for closing it out here, Steve. Need the answer right here, right now. Emma Ramek. Nice serve over. Kramer sending it over to Sturm. A nice send over, but a great dig there by Ramek. And a push over to Mary. Mary gets it in the back row. Ramek setting it up, and over it goes to File. File to Sturm. Sturm goes outside. And there it is. 6-13. Challengers. It's going to be a hard road to hoe here, Steve. Emily Quam, the equalizer, seeing if she can equalize them up to 13. Here she goes. And there it is. 14-6. Game point. Not set point, folks. Game point for Pumas. This is for the regional spot right here to go on the sectionals. Serve over. Received by Quam. Over to Sturm. Maria sending it over. Nice setup by Pumas. Set over. Sturm at the net. Over. Pumas getting ready. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your regional winners. 15-16. 3 sets to 2. The Poynette Pumas go on to sectionals.
Well, hearty congratulations to Poynette. They earned it. We talked about that in that fourth set where Challengers came storming back. So exciting to see them come back, and whoever won that fifth set was it really going to earn their way. And
very well done. Very well done by Poynette. Well, Challenger Nation and those at home, please stick around because we will be having a post-game interview with winning coach Hutchinson. And then after that, we will be having a interview with Coach Kelsey Harris for the Challengers. So, Steve, as we're waiting for this, as you've said, just a great back and forth match of who was hungrier and who had a little bit more dig. And apparently it was the Pumas. They did a wonderful job, but both teams just so well matched.
They really were, and you know, again, kudos to Poynette for taking this, but they really came out and got a big lead in that fifth set, and really controlled it from wire to wire in that fifth set. Played a bit sharper than we did. But, you know, a great season for both teams. Good luck to Poynette as they continue on, but nothing to hang their heads about for Challengers here.
No.
Just played their hearts out tonight. You're seeing the girls celebrating a great season right now, and nothing at all to be disappointed about. They had a great season.
Yeah, Coach Kelsey handing out some roses there to some of the players, or all the players, just for the great play, the hard-won first seed that they were given this year. Something that hasn't happened, again, in 15 years.
Haven't been able to host in 15 years, haven't been able to have just this excitement in our home gym, and it really was. It was just a very exciting and a great matchup between very good teams.
And we will be getting Coach Hutchinson over here for an interview. That's Coach Janine Hutchinson. And that coach, she's just has been doing a wonderful job with her team this year. Coach Hutchinson, thank you for coming over here. We'll be getting you on here, and actually we are on right now.
All right.
So you can say hi to the online folks there. Thank you for coming to our live stream. Coach Janine, take us through just some of what you were guiding your ladies through for this pull-out win in 5 sets.
We just needed to take it one at a time and hit the ball. We became really complacent with what we were doing, and we needed to start hitting and playing our game.
Right.
So
Okay.
that was the biggest thing for us.
You know, first time these two teams have met, so you really probably didn't know a lot about each other
No.
going into this game. What I saw from your team tonight was just really great defense, and you really kind of controlled the front too. You had some really strong outside hitters, really strong player in the middle there. What were you seeing as the game unfolded from Abundant Life, and what were you kind of coaching your players to respond to from what you were seeing?
Abundant Life was scrappy. They were picking up everything we were trying to throw at them, and so the girls were getting a little frustrated, and then instead of hitting, we started tipping too much, and that just was not a good thing for us. So you guys played a lot of defense and pulled everything up on us. So
Yeah. So, Coach Hutchinson, as you have now made it and have won regionals, what are some of your thoughts going into sectionals?
we just need to go into every single game ready to play every point. Our team gets a little complacent at times, and we start to lose focus, but we need to dial that in and play for every point. Nobody's going to give this to us.
Yeah. Yeah, and you all were, we've noticed that, Steve and I were commentating that you were playing like every point was game point. And it was amazing. Even if you saw they were complacent, we were like, whoa, that's some pretty good handling there. Great passes.
Yep.
And just some wonderful plays, especially by number 33. Little Hutchinson there, with just some great kills. One of the top killing scorers in the game.
Yeah.
I think it was her, and then Abby Quam on the
Okay.
ALCS side were just doing just amazing work. How do you coach that of getting them into that mindset of how do you get the kill and then follow up with those wonderful blocks that were happening?
For us, we really need to get that first pass up. So when our back row plays really good and gets a good pass up, our setters can set up good balls for our hitters. So it starts when the ball first comes over. So if they can get us a good ball up, I think our hitters can hit something. But we need everybody to play the game, the whole team.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Steve?
Great win, Coach.
Thank
a lot
you.
to celebrate.
Thank you.
We wish
Thank
you the
you.
best as you move on.
Thank you so much.
Good luck in sectionals. It was a lot of fun to watch your team
Thank
tonight.
you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing.
Thanks.
Great challenge.
Take
Thank
care.
you, guys.
We'll celebrate.
Thank
All right.
you.
See ya.
Thank you. So that was Coach Janine Hutchinson, who has led her team into winning against the Abundant Life St. Ambrose Challengers for this evening. They are going on from regionals into the sectionals, and they're not quite clear on who they're going to be doing there. Now, here we have Miss Coach Kelsey Harris. Hello there. Before that, I have our scorekeeper, Howard Holmberg.
This is actually a present from the team.
Okay. There's a present for Video Vaughn. Oh my. Who is this to? Santa Claus or Elf on the Shelf? Mr. Smith. That's me. I'll hang this on my ear hole. Oh, okay. Okay. We can do that. Okay. All right, I'm. Oh my word! I'm digging deep for the certificate. Steve, you want to go first? All right, is this my diploma that I didn't get from high school?
Yes.
Okay. What do we have here?
I think we have a certificate of excellence.
Okay. You read the top.
All right. The National Interscholastic Federation of High School Volleyball Online Announcers present this Golden Microphone Award for excellence and innovation in broadcasting to
Jim Smith,
the voice of the challengers,
and stately Steve Sturm, in recognition of their collaborative effort to bring girls varsity volleyball of Abundant Life Christian School to students, players, parents, friends, alumni, and other fans in Madison, Dane County, and around the world. Awarded this day, this 10th day of April of 2021. You get to read this one.
I read ahead, that's why I was laughing.
Go ahead.
It's signed, officially signed and presented by Peter P. Piledriver, President of the NIFHSVOLA.
Oh my word! Oh boy, you have your. Oh, what is this? Howard, what did you do? What? Oh my word! So, Challenger Nation, there you have it. The fans have spoken, and it is now time for us to take this show on the road.
Did you see the
Oh
logo?
my word! Cowboy Jim Smith and Steve Beanie Stern, Broadcasting Excellence 2021. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you.
I just want you to know that the girls worked really hard on those names for you.
That's outstanding.
Oh my word.
Thank you.
Howard,
Thanks,
thank
Howard.
you. God bless you, brother. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I can't go on.
One of the highlights of my life.
Go on.
I know it's. They
We're
really,
very
really like
thankful
us.
for you.
They really, really love us.
Oh, thank you.
Sally Field
Field.
moment.
There
Yes,
you go.
That's right. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay, so enough of this foolishness. Let's get down to serious stuff here.
All right.
Coach, we just wanted to say, wonderful job. You ladies were so excellent in just getting out there and, oh my word, taking the Pumas to task. This was no sweep. This was not even a tug of war. This was a battle to the last couple points. Could you take us through, if you have mental and emotional capacity to do so, can you take us through just especially that fourth set where you were coming from behind and then just out of nowhere 2 points, 27 to 25.
Yeah.
What was your guys' thoughts coming from in the fourth, but then going into that fifth set?
So, yeah, that fourth set was wild. They really brought that. Something we talked about, something we've talked about with Becca, and especially today, was keeping that energy. It doesn't matter what else happened, but keeping that consistency and keeping that energy. And honestly, I think that carried them through. I had talked to one of them afterwards, and she's like, oh, I didn't even realize what the score was at the time, but so focused. They were so focused on the task at hand. They had some phenomenal saves, some phenomenal plays, and they were just working so hard. Every single point, that was our goal, every single point to fight for. So, and then going into that fifth set, we carried a little bit of that, but then they just had some good servers, and that tricked us up a little bit, but they still played strong to the end.
Indeed.
Yeah, and just first off, Coach, congrats on just an exceptional year. There's so much to celebrate. There's so much fun watching your team this year. You played your hearts out tonight, so much to be just proud of. We had the opportunity to sit down with Coach Hutchinson had some very nice things to say about your team and how you made it very difficult for them on offense. Very scrappy, forcing them to do different things. What did you see from Poynette that you think caused you a little bit of trouble tonight in overcoming that hump in that 5th game?
Yeah, they just had some servers that were able to put them in spots and just tricked us up a little bit. But, I think for the most part we were able to handle it the rest of the game. But I think at the end, it's game to 15. And when you're a comeback team, you don't have much room to come back. So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And anything that you would like to say to anybody watching online? Any family members?
Oh.
The thousands upon thousands that we have domestically and abroad.
Becca coached him this whole time. I just had the pleasure of stepping in today. So congrats to her and her team.
Way to go, Coach.
I was able to be on the sidelines most of the season, but I got to step in for 1 second. So it's cheers to her, cheers to the team. They did such a wonderful job. So
yes, very much.
Agreed.
So then, now that the season is over for Challengers, what's next in the wheelhouse for you guys? what are you thinking of for upcoming summer seasons?
The super exciting part is that we have a quick transition from this to summer to fall, which I'm thinking we're having a fall season. So this is just momentum into the summer and into the fall. We have one senior that's leaving, which last year we had I think we had 5.
Yeah.
So with one senior leaving, we have such a young team. We have so much room to grow. We have almost all sophomores that started tonight, which is incredibly exciting because all we have is room to go up.
Yeah.
So.
And just some great talent
Yes.
all across the court there. Amazing.
Amazing.
What is one word that you would give your team who you coached tonight? And you probably already did in the huddle. What's one thing you want them to leave here with?
Like I told them, I am so proud of them. I am so proud of them. The way that they were able to compose themselves tonight and bring their best game they've ever played. I am so proud of them. I wasn't able to yeah, that's all I can say. So proud.
Excellent. Well,
yeah, and I don't have any more questions, Coach, but I just want to make a comment that the culture that you and Coach Becca have built, and I say you and Coach, I know we're missing Coach tonight, and you do a phenomenal job, Coach Becca, but you too, Coach Kelsey, with the JV and how you develop these girls is just phenomenal. So as parents, we couldn't be more prouder of the two of you and to entrust our girls under your care. It's phenomenal, so thank you.
Steve is also, he should have the nickname of Baba Wawa. He makes all the people that we interview cry. I don't know how he does it.
I'm crying too, buddy. Back off.
A little misty-eyed here from Stately Steve. But Coach, we do want to respect your time. Thank you so much for coming to talking to us and those watching online, including Challenger Nation. And we wish you all the best in this coming summer for the volleyball camps and, like you said, the momentum coming in to this fall season.
And I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Are you making a comeback?
Well, that's all. I don't know. I mean, I think this kind of says something.
Says it all.
We'll be submitting our contract terms.
I think what I've heard is that Coach Vaughn and Coach Thies are thinking of and talking through not just us two bumps on the log of commentating, but being able to do what you and Coach Becca do in raising up the next generation of people who can do sports broadcasting here at Abundant Life. And so we are hopeful and looking forward not just to doing this, but to coming alongside and with Coach Vaughn and the Mayor Masons of our world. And I know that Caitlin Sturm and Bethany Smith and Maria Feiler are like, hey, can we commentate on JV games? Because you aren't commentating on those right now. And it was like, wow, just beat us to the punch, why don't you? So I guess the simple answer is yes, we are willing. And if the administration has everything set up for us, we are more than happy to continue.
That's what I say every year, so.
If you build it, we will come. If there's a microphone, we'll speak into it. So.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for all you do. Yes.
Thank you.
Lots to be
Thank you.
proud of.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Take care. That was Coach Kelsey Harris of the Abundant Life St. Ambrose Christian School volleyball team. They played their hearts out tonight, as you saw, ladies and gentlemen, and they are holding their head up high as they go out the doors of Haugen Hall this evening. Your winners for tonight of the regional match are the Poynette Pumas. The winners in their hearts are the Abundant Life Challengers because they put it all on the line tonight and they did a great job. Steve, any parting comments?
No, it's been fun, partner. It's been a lot of fun watching this team, and a lot of fun having front row seats here. So
Yes.
It's been great working with you.
They were all golden moments.
They were. They certainly were. They certainly were. Excellence.
Those online, Challenger Nation, thank you once again for all of your support in watching these athletics here at Haugen Hall. We look forward to seeing you this coming fall. God bless and farewell. Should we ding our microphones?
Might want to bite it to make